Hi guys, this is a story called The Blind School. It's the year 1880 and there's a young family living on a farm. There's the parents, Grace and Jake, and their four daughters, Alicia, Carrie, Nellie and Nancy. Alicia comes home from school one day and is up late trying to do her maths homework, whilst everyone else is in bed asleep. Her pa wakes up and sees the light on. He goes into the living room to see why the light is on, and he sees Alicia sat doing her homework. He asks her, "Alicia, what are you doing up so late? It's 1 o'clock in the morning." "I'm stuck on one sum, pa, and I just can't seem to get it right," said Alicia. Jake took the slate and looked at the sum. "I can see where you've gone wrong. You've got your numbers the wrong way round," said Jake. Alicia looked at it, but she couldn't see it from where she was sitting, so she went right up to where her pa was sitting. "Oh yes, I see it now, pa," she said. "You couldn't see it from over there though, could you?" asked Jake. "I could see it, pa," said Alicia. Jake drew some numbers on the slate. "What are these numbers on the slate, Alicia?" Jake asked her. I can't see it, pa. I can't see it," said Alicia, crying. The next day Jake took Alicia to see the eye doctor, and he said that she was to wear glasses. She had to wear them all the time and then just for distance. Going home, Alicia wore her glasses and she couldn't believe the difference they made. She said to her pa, "Look, pa, I can see the animals clearly grazing in the fields. I can see far and wide, pa." However, when Alicia put her glasses on at school, the other kids laughed at her and called her Four Eyes. They passed a note round the classroom until it reached her. When she read it, the words Four Eyes were written on it. When the teacher asked us to read out loud, the meanest girl in school, Mary, said, "Four Eyes is going to read for us." The teacher told her off and then put her glasses on. She then announced that there was going to be a history contest, and the winner would win a brand new history book and a brand new dictionary, both of which had only just been released. Then she told the kids that it was lunchtime. When the kids went outside, Mary's brother Lester was stood there, and he and some of the other kids started chanting, "Four Eyes." "I don't have four eyes," said Alicia. "Yes, you do. 2 glass ones and 2 red ones," said Lester, laughing. Alicia ran off crying and she hid her glasses in an old log. When she went home, she told her parents that she had lost them. She told them that she was sorry. Jake told her that so was he, because it would be weeks before he could afford another pair. The next day at school, Alicia kept her distance from the other kids. She stayed by the side of the school by herself. That day a young man approached her and asked her where you could find her teacher, Miss Clarkson. He called her Miss Blue Eyes and gave her a flower. This made Alicia feel very happy. She went and got her glasses and decided to enter the history contest, and she won. When they arrived home, Carrie said to their parents, "Ma, Pa, Alicia won the history award. You should have seen her. She put her glasses on and she answered every question that Miss Clarkson asked her correctly." Jake said to Alicia, "I see that you have found your glasses." "I didn't lose them, Pa. The other kids kept calling me Four Eyes." "I'm sorry, Pa," said Alicia, crying. "It's okay. I had a feeling it was something like that." "Well done for winning the award. I'm very proud of you," said Jake. "Thanks, Pa," said Alicia. A few years later, when Alicia was 15, her parents took her to see the eye doctor again, and he gave her some new glasses with stronger lenses. One day she took them off and rubbed her eyes. When she put them back on, her pa noticed that she was struggling. "What's the matter, Alicia?" Jake asked. "I don't know, really. To be honest, these glasses don't seem any better than the last ones," said Alicia. Jake took her back to see the eye doctor, and he gave her some more glasses with stronger lenses. He then asked her to leave the room whilst he spoke to her pa. Once Alicia had left the room, the doctor brought the news to Jake that she was going blind. As you can imagine, Jake was devastated. A few days later, after breaking the news to his wife Grace, he broke the news to Alicia. "Blind? I'm going blind!" cried Alicia. One morning, about a week later, Alicia woke up and realised that she couldn't see. "Ma! Pa! Help me! Please help me! I can't see! Dear God, please help me! I can't see!" Alicia cried. After that day, Alicia became quite angry, and she wouldn't let anyone help her. Her parents were at their wits' end, and they didn't know what to do. They decided to go and speak to their local doctor. He told them about a blind school, but it was in the city of London and that they would have to send her away because they only took boarders. Reluctantly, they agreed that it would be in her best interest to send her there. They felt that they had no choice and that it was the only way to help Alicia. On the day they were due to take Alicia to live at the blind school, she begged them not to send her away and to let her stay with them. Jake stood firm and told her that if they could keep her there with them, they would. When they arrived at the school, Grace and Jake spent a couple of hours with Alicia, helping her get settled in. As they were leaving, Alicia begged them not to leave her there. "Please don't leave me here. Please, let me come home with you," she said. "I'm sorry, sweetheart, but you have to stay here," said Jake, almost crying. Then they left and went to the hotel they were staying in that night. As you can imagine, both Jake and Grace were really upset. Their other kids were staying with their parents' friends who lived on the next farm, so that they could look after them and so they wouldn't be home alone. Of course, they were also upset by the situation with Alicia. After Alicia's parents left, her teacher Carl came in and introduced himself. He told her that he would be working with her and teaching her everything she needed to learn. He said, "We will start with your meal." He told her that her food was positioned clockwise. Alicia picked up the plate of food and threw it on the floor. "Now you will clear that up," said Carl. How am I supposed to clean it up when I can't see?" asked an angry Alicia. "Well, you made the mess. You will clean it up," said Carl. Then he left the room. When Carl came back to Alicia, her plate and food were still on the floor. "Oh, I see you haven't cleaned up your mess like I told you to," he said to Alicia. "How can I? I'm blind," said Alicia angrily. "Clean up your mess like I told you to, Alicia," said Carl. Finally, after being told about 4 times, Alicia cleaned up her mess. "Well done. Now that wasn't hard, was it?" asked Carl. "No," said Alicia, laughing. The next morning Carl said, "Right, Alicia, now it's time to teach you how to make your bed perfectly." "How can I do that if I can't see?" asked Alicia. "That's what I'm going to teach you," said Carl. After a few failed attempts, Alicia managed to make her bed perfectly. After that, and after getting rid of her anger, she came on in leaps and bounds. She learnt how to write the normal way, using a ruler, and also how to use Braille. She wrote to her family and they couldn't believe what they saw. They wrote back telling Alicia that they were really proud of her and that they would be visiting soon. They just didn't tell her when. She got the surprise of her life when the whole family turned up a week later. Alicia and her family were all overjoyed to see each other. After Alicia had been at the school for 6 weeks, Carl realised that he had fallen in love with her, and she realised that she had fallen in love with him too. One day, Carl asked Alicia what colour her eyes were. "Why are you asking me what colour my eyes are when you can see what colour they are?" asked Alicia, confused. "That's just it. I can't see," said Carl. "You mean you're blind too?" asked Alicia. "Yes. I have something else to tell you too. I'm in love with you. I have been since the day I met you," said Carl. "I'm in love with you too. I have been since day one too," said Alicia, and they both laughed. A few months later they were married, and both of them were teaching at the blind school. About a year after they got married, Alicia gave birth to a healthy son and they named him Stephen Carl, after his dad. When baby Stephen was around 8 months old, there was a fire at the blind school, and Grace's friend, Maria, went to rescue the baby. However, she became surrounded by fire and she soon realised that they were trapped. Unfortunately, no one could get to them and they both died. Alicia was so traumatised that she stopped talking, and Carl and her family were desperately worried about her. The doctor prescribed sleeping tablets so she could sleep. After 2 weeks she began to talk again. She was well enough to attend baby Stephen's funeral. All the children from the blind school that could go home to their parents went home. The others were looked after by foster parents. 6 weeks later, once the blind school had been repaired from the damage caused by the fire and decorated, everyone was allowed back in. 2 years later, Alicia gave birth to another son, and they called him Peter Stephen Carl, after his brother that died and his dad. When Peter was around 18 months old, Alicia gave birth to a baby girl, and they named her Maria Grace after the lady that died in the fire and Alicia's mum. Life went back to normal until Alicia and Carl received some bad news. The blind school was being closed down. It turned out that the owner of the school building wanted to turn it into another hotel, even though he already owned 3 in the same area. He gave them a week to get out, but thankfully Jake knew of an old mansion that was left to the doctor after one of his friends and patients died. The mansion had over 60 rooms in, and the doctor agreed for it to be used as the blind school. He actually gave it to Alicia and Carl along with the deeds, etc. Within a few days, and with a lot of help from the community, the blind school was ready for everyone to move in. The building was kept as the blind school for many years. The end. Thank you.